Welcome to Not Like This. Not Like This. From professional wrestling, horror films, and everything in between. Strap in. And now your hosts, Dale Zawada and Jim Snedeker Jr.
Jim.
Dale.
I want to open the show with a little NFL football talk. Is that all right with you?
I don't know. Are you ready for some football?
I am ready for some football. It's the playoffs. It's so exciting.
I bet you're ready.
It's been so entertaining. We're heading to the conference championships now. And so far we've had the Patriots eliminated. That's been crazy. Where's Tom Brady going to go? You know, the Chiefs just had one of the most impressive comebacks and routes that I've ever fucking seen.
Now, I don't watch football, but I've been watching the playoffs more than I've watched the last 8 playoffs or something. But I saw that Chiefs game. That was crazy.
I would have hated to have money on that game. That would have been either way, because that would have been so stressful.
My father-in-law almost did have money on that game.
He lucked out.
He was he was going to take the points or something, and then when they were winning, he's like, when the Texans were winning, he's like, "Oh man, I should have taken this bet." And then there's 41 unanswered points. He's like, "I'm glad I didn't take that bet."
Mm-hmm. How does that happen? Because it was 24-0.
Yes.
And it's like, all right, they can fight their way back. We've seen it quite a bit.
It's almost
they came back in one quarter though.
It's almost
and then they just kept piling on.
Baseballism where you're like, oh, they scored it all in one bunch in the beginning. They should have spread it out over the, that's not true and doesn't make any sense. But when you think about it, you're like, man, they scored all these points right away, and they just caught up right away, and then you didn't score anymore.
They're like, we can't stop this guy.
You're like, maybe if you'd have left it, the first quarter was like 7-0, and then maybe after the second quarter you're up 21-0. But no, like 2 minutes in, you're up 24-0, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, we got plenty of time to beat your ass. We'll dig right out of this hole."
Yeah, plenty of time to beat your ass.
That's how it felt. Patrick Mahomes was like calming them down on the bench, like, guys, it's the Texans. I'm me. We got this. Is great. This is fine.
Yeah. He said, guys, one play at a time. And that's how they scored, one play at a time.
That tight end was what?
Play.
Fleecy, Kelsey's. Man.
He was good. I don't know who he is, but he's a monster.
And when you look at the game though, they should have been they should have won like 70-0, because there was a dropped punt, a dropped kickoff, and like 4 drop passes in like the first 10 minutes, 7 minutes. You're like, damn, what if they'd have caught all that shit? Who knows?
Those starts with the fear that I have for my team. I'm always just like, it's going to be hard either way. You can't do the easy drops and shit. So that, you hate to see it.
Yeah,
but
scary.
That Kelsey's guy, I'm a big fan of him. I like a good hoss, and he's a hoss. He came out of that game with like an ankle injury or something, and he was like, "Andy, put me back in the game." And I was like, "Yeah, put him back in. Just play it safe. Don't let him risk his health." And sure enough, they put him back in. And he had, like I said, an ankle injury, I believe. And like right away, he's catching it over the middle, and he's dragging 6 guys behind him. He's churning those legs, and I was like, that can't be great if those are vulnerable body parts. But he's just beasting over these guys. Crazy.
Todd, put me back in, Todd. Yeah.
Andy Reid would look at him like, I think you're bullshitting. It's like, I'm fine. Just put me in.
Yeah, it was the first quarter. Like towards the end of the first quarter, my father-in-law is like, "Yeah, well, Andy Reid, this is what he does: gets to the playoffs, and then, the teams don't do well, and I guess he proved him wrong." Because he was the head coach of a lot of those really good Eagles teams in the early 2000s, and they made it to a Super Bowl, didn't they? With him,
I think so.
Donovan McNabb, Patriots. They're just fucked. 20 years of just like Patriots. Sorry. Giants, Patriots.
Colts.
Yeah. There was that weird year where it was the Bears and the Colts. And we talked a little bit about it last night. It's kind of a little refreshing. Have some different teams in there. No, I'm not a Tom Brady hater, really. I'm not a Patriots hater. But it's nice to not be like, well, the Patriots are going to win again.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned it. There's like an entire generation of kids who were born and have now graduated high school with Tom Brady just winning Super Bowls.
Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of ECW wrestling.
In what way? I can't wait. It was so successful for so long. 20 years of being on top.
No, this will track because in their pay-per-views they would have the triple threat matches, which were always very entertaining, but they were elimination. And what they would do quite often, Paul Lee, is the champion would be eliminated first, and you would be guaranteed a new champion. So there was that excitement, that hype there. It's like, oh shit, we are getting someone new. And that's what it's like right now. It's like Tom Brady is dead. We're gonna get somebody new.
Yeah, you're right. That tracks. That's not where I thought you were going. Because when we were talking about how long the Patriots were on top, we're like, it's like ECW. I was like, it is? Yeah,
hey,
no,
I can't spin that.
Yeah. So the first week of playoffs, guess what? We got a new champ this year. That makes sense. I like it.
That's gonna be good.
And then, the second game. Now, I didn't really watch the games, the Saturday games. Right? Wasn't there who won?
You had the 49ers
they
defeating
won.
the Vikings. The Vikings just can't ever win a Super Bowl. They just can't. And it's always fun to watch. How far are they going to get? I wanted them to move on. I wouldn't have been hot if they defeated the Packers to go to the Super Bowl just to lose in the Super Bowl, because they've never won. They've never won the Super Bowl. So for me, I just no. What? You think I'm making that up?
No, I know that. No, I know they've never won. I know you're not making that up. I think you're making up that you'd rather the Packers not win the Super Bowl just to watch.
Oh no! It's not. I would choose that ever, but.
Well, no, I mean that's how you made it sound. Like you're like, I'd rather the Packers lose to them just to watch them go on and lose in the Super Bowl.
I wouldn't get hot about it if that was the ultimate. If that's how that timeline ended, it's like, all right.
You're saying that'd be a good consolation prize.
Yes, yeah, but that's not going to be the case. Vikings eliminated, and Packers played this Sunday to move on to the NFC Championship game. All they had to do was beat the Seahawks. Now the Seahawks are my least favorite team. I hate them with every ounce of my being. This fucking team, I hate them.
Not a big Pete Carroll fan.
Pete Carroll sucks with his chomping his gum like a stupid horse.
What about Beast Modes?
Beast Mode, I do like Beast Mode.
He looking
Beast Mode's
thick.
Yeah, Feast Mode.
Feast Mode.
Crazy. He legit reminded me of Eddie Lacy when I was watching him. Because I was like, he's just a thick boy right now.
He's a thick man at this point. Not like he was ever small, but
yeah.
But he was
contained a bit.
He looked thick.
And it was great to see the Packers shut him down. And they're like, Russell Wilson's going to have to beat us. And Pete Carroll's like, well, I'll make sure he doesn't. So thank you, Pete Carroll.
Yeah, that was like the only offense they were getting going. Is when he's like, I'll just rush for a first down, I guess. He's like, I got all this time. Scramble. Anybody open? No. Nobody still. Hey, anybody?
Because he's just doing what's asked of him. He's being a team player, and he's doing what the coaches want, and it limits them a bit. And that's where the Packers were with Mike McCarthy. I was like, Aaron Rodgers is doing great things, but I think he could do more if he had a little freedom. And we're starting to see that.
What if he just rushed every time? If Russell Wilson just rushed every time and just looked at Pete Carroll just sideways every time he's rushing, just gave him this glance like, "What are you gonna do? You gonna take me out of the game?"
He should. I got nervous.
They made a game of it late. Got tight.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. The Packers, they're always at least good for that.
You knew they were gonna raise your blood pressure.
Yep, and normally in years past they'd find a way to lose that fucking game. This year they're stress-inducing, but they have been closing those out. It's usually closer than it needs to be at the end, but they close them out, and they're continuing to do that. And I love it. Aaron Rodgers, an okay year. He looked quite human this year, a little inconsistent at times. So everyone's like, "Oh, he's over the hill," and fuck this guy. It's like, no, he's still a top quarterback, guys. And he showed that in this game, and that was my main concern. I was like, if Aaron Rodgers shows up, we win, because the wide receivers, it's a little weak there. It's my biggest concern. And if Rodgers is making it work, and he's making his reads, and he's accurate, and he's dropping it in the bucket, he had some fucking throws that were just holy hell. And if that's the Rodgers we're getting this postseason, I think they're going to play in the big game, the big one.
I don't know if it was Graham. There was a pass he made into double coverage to a tight end, and it had to be perfect.
There's two of them. And
it was perfect.
Two defenders.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There were two defenders on this one tight end, and it was just it can only go right in that spot, and it just went right in that spot.
Yeah, it's just a little drop in there. He had another one down the right sideline later. Devontae Adams, he's legit.
Oh yeah.
So I love when they can get him the ball and he just does grown man things. It's great.
It was a really good game. Everyone in my family hates the Packers except for me. I don't hate them. Never hated them because I've never really been into football, so I never really grew up hating them. But what was weird is the Seahawks in high school were my fake favorite team, because the Seahawks were nobody's team when we were in high school. Like, it was like people like the Patriots and the Ravens and like nobody like the Seahawks. What the fuck? Yeah. Nobody likes.
You were like the Brooklyn Brawler.
Yeah, it was my fake like jobber favorite team. But now recently they've been good. So like Dave and listener Dave, patron, they'll joke about, "Oh, your dirty birds are still in it." So I was like, do I root for my fake favorite team, or do I want Aaron Rodgers? I'm like, yeah, I want Aaron Rodgers to get another ring. That's ultimately what I want. I'd like for him to have 2 rings.
That would be nice.
Peyton Manning's got 2 rings. And, I don't like when there's a player that is really good for a long time and they don't get enough championships, and then some kid growing up 10 years from now will not understand. They're like, no, but that person was really good and should have had more titles than they have.
Yeah.
I don't want that for him.
Yeah, I think they're going to get one. I'm hoping it's this year. They've got a legit chance now. They got San Fran ahead of them. That's going to be fucking rough.
I don't like them. I've never liked them.
I hated them during the Kaepernick days. Hated Kaepernick. Don't mind Kaepernick now, but as a player when he was on the 49ers, I hated him.
Yeah, I didn't.
He hurt my team. He hurt my team quite a bit.
I didn't like the Jim Harbaugh era. I thought he's too much of a whack job. I didn't like him. He's too crazy. He's crazy. He's crazy. He looks like the type of guy, and I got nothing to back this up, but he just looks like the type of guy that would shit himself on the sideline and then just deal with it till the game's over. Like, he'd get so intense about something, he'd shit his pants, and then just like, nope, game's still going on, I'm going to stew in it.
He's the type that has a very strange and violent pregame superstition that he has to go through, some weird ritual. It's like, I punch this, I headbutt that.
And I eat 4 pounds of raw chicken and see what happens. Just let the gods deal with it. Yeah. Yeah, he was such a college guy. And then they sent him back there. Is he still coach? Who was he coaching? Michigan?
Something like that. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go back there. That's fine. That seems right. More your style. Go back there.
So after next week, we'll see if the Packers are going to the Super Bowl. Some people thought this team wasn't even going to get 9 wins.
Some people. What people were those?
I don't know who would ever think something like that.
You'd have to put money on something like that. Oh man, it's rough go.
But who's it going to be? It's got to be the Chiefs.
I hope it is.
Chiefs got to go to the Super Bowl. The other team, who is it? The Titans. They have that running back who's very strong and good, Derrick Henry. Like, that's their storyline, because
that's such a running back name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't care about the Titans though.
Yeah.
I don't care about the Chiefs really either. But man, they're exciting to watch. I'd rather it be the Chiefs.
It's that high octane offense. Like, you kind of want to see that circus. And Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes, they'll have fun with that. Not that they actually face each other or anything, but be a good little narrative that they can run with.
Yeah, and that was apparently I didn't fact check this. I should probably do that. But that's the first ever Super Bowl was Chiefs and Packers?
I believe so.
And it's the 100th year of the NFL, and the Packers are a charter team of the NFL or something, some such stuff.
Some such stuff.
Some such things.
Something. Yeah, I heard the conspiracy theory. The refs are trying to get those teams in there so they can honor the anniversary or something. I don't know. People, you know how people are.
Yeah, what I said, I don't know if I said it to you, but before the Seahawks, oh no, it was Chris. It was my wife. I said, you know what? I want this to be a close game. I want it to be tight. I want Dale to sweat a little bit. I want it to be a close game. I didn't say I want Dale to sweat a little bit, but that's why I wanted it to be a close game. And I want it to be a clean win, though. Like, I don't want some jump ball or process of the catch, blah, blah, some bullshit. I don't want it to end on some bullshit. And some people think it did with that first down at the end. But I also saw a picture of where the line judge's orange thingy actually was and where the line was on TV. Yeah. And it was like a yard apart.
Yeah. And that's why they got it right on the field, because they're like, what yellow line? What the fuck?
Yeah, I can't see a yellow line. I don't got a green screen here. I'm not doing the weather. I just see this orange thing. So
the TV people didn't do them any favors, but they actually got it right. In general, no huge ref shenanigans throughout the entire postseason so far.
Lucky. Yeah. Super Bowl I. Green Bay Packers defeated the Kansas City Chiefs 35-10.
Let's do it again. Yeah, the Chiefs are going to go to the Super Bowl and they're only going to score 10. Yeah. Let's see if we can run it back.
Now, does that worry you? Are you not looking past San Francisco yet, or are you worried about the Chiefs or the Titans? You gotta be worried about the Chiefs more, right?
I'm not worried about any. This is the stage in the playoffs where everything is just cloud nine. Because none of the teams that I hate are in front of me. And it's like, we're in the fucking NFC Championship Game. Like, if we win that, we're in the big one, and what happens then, happens then.
Yeah. And last time was the Bears, though.
We weren't even supposed to be here. We were supposed to make it this far. 9 wins. All that sort of shit. Rookie head coach, and here we are. 1 game away.
That's fun. That's always fun. I'm pretty sure no one thought the White Sox were going to win the World Series in 2005. I don't think anyone thought the Astros were either. You had like Albert Pujols' Cardinals and A-Rod on the Yankees, and then there's the Sox and the Astros. It's got to be like one of the lowest TV rated World Series of all time.
I think it was.
It's got to be up there or down there, however you want to look at it. Well, I hope good things happen for you.
I'll enjoy it. And it was weird, and we'll get off football here, folks. But because I hate the Seahawks, but it's almost like the Seahawks of old, because like nobody was really getting heated with one another. That rivalry's really not there. It's kind of been a while.
Yeah.
It's like the Packers just have a bunch of like chill guys, and I'm like, no, do a stab. Like poke his eye or something.
Do a stab.
Do a stab. Reach for the opening of the helmet. I'm like, do that what he did.
Get New Jack in there. I didn't even. Honestly, at this point, I don't remember who that was against during that game. Like what team did it to whom. I just remember thinking like nobody grabbed any opening of anything. It was just like a palm, like a basketball grip.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a face mask, but when the ref said grabbing the opening of the whatever, I was like, oh, it's a separate rule. It actually sounds like there's something for this exact moment.
I conceded. I believed that was a rule. But when I watched it, I didn't see him like sticking it in his ear hole. It looked like he just had a nice grip.
He grabs the underneath.
Does
he grabs the underneath. Yeah, you get a little bit.
You don't want to. You don't want to do
which
that.
I didn't know was I didn't know that was a penalty until that moment. So that's good to know. And the guy sold it.
Yeah, he did.
I love a good sell. Because his face mask was just kind of drooping, and he could have easily adjusted it because I'm sure it was uncomfortable. But he was like, "No, I'm going to let it hang."
He just let it droop.
Visual, like, look what he's done.
Well, I didn't do this. I don't put my helmet on like this. Stayed all disheveled looking.
And I've already got next Sunday off. I said, "Oh, Packers win." Yeah, I'm not going to work that day.
And they said
NFC Championship Game day.
But.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. There's speaking of work, our friend, we have a mutual friend, goes way back. His name's Mike. He doesn't listen to the show ever, but I have to bring this up because he's got a work trip coming up to Manila in the Philippines. And there's an active volcano 50 miles south of there that is like about to erupt at any day now. And he's like, we're canceling that trip, right? They're like, nope. And they said that there's only a half inch of ash on the ground right now.
Oh, you can drive through that.
Just wear a mask when you're walking from the hotel to the. Oh God. Yeah, I'd call off. I'm not going. I don't want to fly over a volcano that's about to explode. Please.
See, and I don't know enough about volcanoes or ash to know the dangers, but I'm sure there's something.
Oh, I found about it a lot today. I heard all about it. You're not supposed to breathe that shit in. It's really bad for you. You can get COPD.
Open and shut case.
Yeah, and the lava.
Don't do it.
Lava's hot. That lava's hot. And it's a really dangerous volcano. Well, apparently every time this thing erupts, it's like every 30 years it erupts and kills several hundred people.
Oh.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a Voorhees.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a Voorhees of volcanoes.
Comes in, gets a little body count, see, we'll do another one.
So yeah, don't take that flight, Mike. I will Masters of the Universe go grab his keys at the end. Gouldor gave me a little time machine, and I stop him from getting on that plane.
Yeah, that's risky.
Yeah, I was like, man, 2 guys where I work were scared to use a drill today. They thought it was too dangerous, and we just said okay. And his place is like volcano. No, you're going. What? I'm like, you gotta look at the cost benefit analysis. Mm-hmm. What's the gamble? What's the gamble?
Write me up.
What if you don't die there? Do you get $1 million? No, you just went to a meeting. Just went to a shitty work meeting.
Yeah, fire up Skype.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no to that. I said if you told me if I go out and get the mail right now, there's only like a 1 in 1,000 chance I'll die. But if I wait till tomorrow, there's like a 1 in a million chance I'll die. There's no way I'm getting the mail today.
Yeah.
Why? What? How does it benefit me? Let's get the mail tomorrow. Oh, work.
Play the odds. Yeah, they'll kill you.
They'll kill you.
They'll kill you.
What if Bob wanted you to sell some furniture on the side of Volcano? What'd you tell him?
Depends on the commission split.
Bill.
I'm gonna know all that
What
shit.
What if it's Ted?
I'd do it.
But what if George asked you?
George Furniture.
You never know.
It's the older brother.
Or the dad. Maybe he's still kicking around. We can cut that out if you want. I just doxed you on the podcast.
That is a lore I do not want to explore. So, Jim.
Dale.
Royal Rumble's coming.
A real one or like a oil magnate one?
The Royal Rumble.
The real one, right? Not like the ultimate, they paid us $1 billion one.
Oh, no. I mean, they're doing that next month.
Yeah, I'm sure
they're
they
going
are.
back to Saudi.
God.
Going back to Saudi.
They gotta stop doing that at some point, right? Like,
well, the last one
missiles going off and shit. Can we stop?
There's missiles, and last time Vince got into it with like the Prince over the paydays and shit.
No.
And I'm like, you're going back? It seems like a bait job that I just wanted.
Vince is trying to beat them up over the money, and they killed a journalist in Turkey because he was like, I don't know about this Saudi Arabia. You're dead. And he's like, come on, pal. And you're over there. It's not like they come over here.
They are probably flabbergasted by this man.
They're like, how old is he? It must be 45 years old.
82.
82. Everybody's got a price.
Yeah, so they're doing that in February.
But
I can't wait.
Let's talk about the real one. You wanted to talk about the real Royal Rumble.
Just that the Royal Rumble's coming. It's that time of the year where you get hit with Rumble and Mania. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully I make a little money on the Royal Rumble pool. Didn't do that last year.
Uh-oh.
Everyone else got the fucking payday. Not me. So
You didn't get that Royal Rumble payoff.
I didn't. I was the one that had to pay other people. They're like, these are your friends, so you have to pay them. I was like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, that sounds very friendly.
Shit.
You got fucked.
So hopefully the Rumble's good, and then I'm probably going to get rid of the network. I think it's time.
Yeah,
after Mania.
They always get you in, and then you're watching some old AWA or some shit, and you're like, yeah, you know what? I'm glad I have this. Then you have it for a little while, and you're like, another $10.
Yeah,
another one. And
I'm not watching any of their programming lately. NXT's on USA, so that's not even a thing I need.
Right,
the network for.
SmackDown's on regular TV.
Hmm.
And I don't even watch that. That's on free TV, and I don't watch it.
Exactly.
Come on, $10 a month.
So yeah, hopefully they go big with Rumble and Mania. Maybe they keep me around.
I mean,
for them.
Dale, for only $8 a month, if you go to patreon.com/notlikethis,
What can I get?
For $8 a month, you'll get your shout out. You'll get a Watch Like This movie companion, watch along, audio commentary, and you'll get a wrestling rabbit hole. So for $8 a month, you get all that. That's fresh, good content you want. $10 a month for the network. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Come on. Who you kidding? Not me. You're not kidding me. What's the big main event at the Royal Rumble? Do they even know yet?
I don't know.
It's not the week before.
Oh yeah. Here's what I think it is. It's the Royal Rumble because Brock Lesnar's the champion, and Brock Lesnar said, "I'm also going to be in the Royal Rumble. I'm going to be the first entrant." and I'm gonna kick everyone's ass because I'm Brock Lesnar. And I was like, this is interesting. For obvious reasons, like one, you have your storyline, like where's this fucking going? Who's gonna eliminate him and this, that, or the other? And then there's the Brock Lesnar's in the Royal Rumble at number 1. He's gonna die.
Yeah.
How long is he gonna be in it? Like, I can't wait to see how long he's in the Royal Rumble before shenanigans occur.
So what I don't, while I think that's cool, and while I think that'll get more people want to watch the Rumble, what is his
he's a badass.
Psychology wise, the prize is to get to wrestle for the championship at WrestleMania. You're already the champion.
Yeah.
So what if he wins? He wrestles himself at WrestleMania?
Maybe he picks his opponent. I like this. Like Brock Lesnar.
They didn't think this through. What if he wins?
No.
He's not winning. That right away tells me he can't win. Because he's got to wrestle somebody at WrestleMania. And if they haven't stipulated what happens if he wins...
Well, they might have been doing that tonight.
Yeah.
I don't.
You're
like
so
I said,
nice to them. Oh,
like I said, I haven't really been watching, so maybe they have covered those.
You're
bases.
such a sweetie to them. They probably handled that tonight on Raw.
There's no way they don't mention it again.
They're not going to handle that till the SmackDown before. That's just
2 days before the pay-per-view.
I mean, if I thought of that right now, minutes after you brought it up, how did they not think of this when they came up with this cockamamie idea right away? Because they don't give a shit about that anymore. You know what I mean? Like they don't care that we know that he can't win because he's already the champion, and that what is he just gonna lay down and pin himself? What was he gonna like suck his own dick in the middle of the ring at WrestleMania?
I don't know.
You're like, well, I haven't thought of it that way. Now I'm intrigued. I'm keeping the network. I changed my mind.
I don't know. It's all.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just it's a fun little wrinkle. I like the whole. I'm such a badass. I'm gonna be in the Royal Rumble. Put myself in at number 1, just so I can kick 29 guys' asses. Like, oh, like that's fun.
Well, I didn't say it's not cool that he's in it, but somebody should have addressed this right away. Like, if you're in it, you know, and if I win, this'll have, you know, something. If I win, I get to wrestle myself at WrestleMania.
If I win, I get to work less dates.
Look, negative dates. If I win, I don't have to go to Saudi Arabia.
Saudi. Super show.
Oh,
Yeah, I
good
love
googly
it.
moogly.
Who's going over there? There was such a shit show last time. And more guys were like, yep, not doing that again. Like, who's going?
Well, did Undertaker went last time?
I think he did, but he wasn't on the card or something. But yeah, I think
Okay.
he was there.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna give you like $5 million to go wrestle one match there, you know, if you're one of those legacy guys, it'd be hard to turn it down.
He might have got the payday just for doing like a meet and greet.
Damn. And someone said, "What if I slap you in the face right now?"
What if I slapped you in the face right now?
And he said, all right. I don't want to die.
He sees the machete in his hand. He's just like,
It's a bunch of AKs pointed at his face. God, that would be terrible. That'd be a
they
horrible way
call
to
you
live.
the dead man. It's like, oh, fuck. Vince. You don't have your urn. Where's your urn? You're going to need it.
Yeah.
Fuck, Vince.
You want casket match? I give you casket match. I don't know what accents I'm doing, by the way, either.
I'm doing a vampire.
Speaking of vampire, did you see the Morbius trailer today?
I did see the Morbius trailer. Jim, tell me all about it, because I don't know what I saw.
Morbius is sort of a anti-hero type character that's in the Spider-Man fold in the Marvel comic book universe. So he's in a lot of Spider-Man books. He's a good guy, but he's a vampire. You know, vampires traditionally bad guys, eat people. But he's a good guy. But he's got this, he's got a feed. He's a vampire. The look of it in the trailer at the end, where they reveal him like as the character, him being the Joker, the classic Joker that everyone remembers, Jared Leto. The look is really good.
Joker's in the trailer?
Yeah, isn't Jared Leto the Morbius?
Oh, that's the guy. Okay.
The Joker, yeah.
All right.
The one and only. I mean, when you think
The one I
Joker,
know.
I mean, it's like at the very bottom, you're like Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson, Joaquin Phoenix, Caesar Romero, what's his name? The old gay guy, him, and then you're like, well, Mark Hamill, and then at the very top, bam, Jared Leto. So he's Morbius.
Jared Leto.
He's a vampire guy. There's a cool little. That's weird. I'm like, I don't want to spoil a trailer for a movie that comes out in a long time. But we get a little cameo in the trailer from this we get another Spider-Man verse character.
Who do we get? It's a trailer. We can talk about.
we get Mr. Mom himself, the Vulture.
Yeah.
Get a little Michael Keaton at the end of the trailer. So it's not clear though when this takes place. Does this take place? Because we get the impression that he's been the Vulture for a while. Stealing all this tech from the Chitauri invasion and shit. So we don't know if this is like in between, if this is like pre that movie, if he gets out of jail, or we don't know. We just see him at the end. Now, it's interesting. They said, from the studio that brought you Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Venom. Is there going to be a tie-in?
Probably.
I hear there's a Venom sequel that they're working on, and I'm like, are you sure you want to do that? Do you want to just set money on fire?
I think it did well overseas. I think it was one of those.
They did a screening for the Saudi princes. He's like, yeah, but Tom, they want you to go over there and dress up. You put a little makeup on, dress up in the and he's like, it's not a costume, it's all CG. He's like, yeah, they don't know that. We told them you dress up as Venom. By the way, you got to say, why would we do that? Okay?
They love that line.
They love it over there. So it doesn't mean anything, right? They're literally just listing things that they've made, but
and then Vulture's in it.
It'd be cool if there was a tie-in. I love Venom. If you can get him into the Spider-Man universe, I'm on board. But I just don't think it's going to have anything to do with anything.
I think they still have a chance
With Venom?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, that movie was bad. I didn't like it. At the end, we kind of got some Venom stuff and
wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. This can't be right. It says following. This is from January of last year. Following
that year.
From Variety, right? So it's not from like moviesarecool.org. Following the box office smash Venom, Sony Pictures is putting the wheels in motion for a sequel.
Okay.
So it must have made him money. Tom Hardy will return. Sony declined to comment. Okay. Oh, it made $855 million worldwide. That's pretty goddamn good. Okay, I take it back. I take it back.
Yeah. Story-wise, not great. but you get some Venom by the end of it, and it's like, all right, well, we can jump from there. It's a good jump off, and if they get a good script and get a good director, then they can blend them together, do their little universe thing. But I like when it's just like subtle and like soft crossover. It's like, hey, this guy's in that other one. That's cute. It doesn't need to be so impactful.
I like that, except that it's Venom. So for me, I need a hard crossover. I need Venom and Spider-Man duking it out.
Venom's not subtle.
Yeah, that's not.
You can't really.
Like, hey, you look like Spider-Man. That's weird. There needs to be some duking. Big old duke. Take a big old duke on it. So that's the Morbius trailer.
Is there anything about this Sinister Six stable? Is that a thing that people should be looking for here as well? I saw that comment and I was like, oh, I'll ask Jim. And
well, the Vulture is in the Sinister Six. He's in several iterations of it, but Morbius isn't a bad guy. And to my knowledge, would have never been in the Sinister Six. Now, I think they did a, I can't remember if it was called The Revenge or The Return, but it was one of those two, like Revenge of the Sinister Six. It was a crossover in the early 90s. I really liked it as a kid. Maybe it was dog shit, though. I don't know. But I loved it, and he had a lot of help. And I swear Morbius is in that. He's in Revenge of the Sinister Six, which would make sense that they're introducing some of the Sinister Six elements in this. Except, you know, in comic books, it's just like, hey, I need help. And this guy just like swings over in a splash panel like, I'm here to help you. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, I can't really find it here. You know, when you click on a search result and then you click on it and it goes to like a main Wikipedia page. You're like, that's not what the fuck.
Yeah.
That's not what I wanted. Yeah, Revenge of the Sinister Six was a thing. But it's like the Sinister Six teaming up to take out Dr. Octopus, who was their leader before. So it's like a bunch of villains fighting another villain, and then, you know, heroes get involved here. But I want to say he's part of that. I can find out, you know, if anybody ever cares, but I'm pretty sure he is. I know like Deathlock is part of that. He's like this cyborg guy. He had some help. Ghost Rider's in one of them, helping out. Ghost Rider. He feels like his head's on fire, but he's good. He's in there. It was cool. It was a nice like team up thing. They'd be. I guess you could look out for it, but you've got Mysterio is part of the Sinister Six in some iteration, but spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Spider-Man Far From Home, have you seen it?
I haven't.
Okay, well, never mind.
No, go for it. That's on me.
Well, you know, he gets killed at the end.
Ah, damn it, Jim.
So, you fucking asked me to tell you. So, spoiler alert, he's not in the Sinister Six. Venom really wasn't. Not in any of the classic lineups. Probably later on. But you got one. You got the Vulture. That's it. That's all you got. You got no Doc Ock.
That's all right. No, you can.
Well, I mean,
you think people would get hot if you just made your own stable and called it that?
No, I mean, but what I'm saying is you need 5 other guys for it to be the Sinister Six. And you got one right now. I'm telling you, pick 6, and you're like, just the nuggets is all I want. You want a Coke, fries? You get 6 of them. Nuggets? Can I get 6 nuggets? No, is that how it works? Oh God. We're doing the 5 roast beefs for $5. I'll tell you what. I'll give you $5. Just give me 1 roast beef. But sir, it's 5 for $5. I know. Here's $5. I just want 1 though. I'm not hungry. I need 5 other guys for the Sinister Six.
So what? Doc Ock is dead. We've got a lizard man.
Doc Ock is dead. No,
Stable up.
we don't even have Doc Ock in this
Jesus.
version of Spider-Man. We got Vulture, and Mysterio was also part of the Sinister Six. Venom never was really, but they're not even if you wanted Venom in there, they're like tiptoeing around having him in these Spider-Man movies. They did all this Civil War shit, and none of it helps get you to a Sinister Six thing. So I don't know. I'm not anticipating that. I wouldn't hold my breath holding out hope for some Sinister Six thing.
Because that seems like something the studio would enjoy.
I would. I'd enjoy it. They would. Everyone would enjoy it.
They look at that Suicide Squad and they're like, "Oh, we can do ours."
And they do. They're doing another one, the ladies one.
Yep. Birds of Prey.
What's the thing everyone remembers from that movie? Let's just do a movie with her and then new ladies. Birds of Prey.
I saw a headline for that movie, and it was clickbaity, but it was like Birds of Prey is ridiculously short movie, and I was like, "What does that mean?"
It's 106 minutes.
I'm gonna look. It's 2 hours.
What?
It's 2 hours long.
For all the backstory they need to set up for it to make sense storyline-wise, it's too short.
Why didn't they have 5 movies building up to this?
That is amazing.
You know,
I'll see it, though.
I never thought I'd see the day where someone's complaining that a superhero movie is only 2 hours long.
Yeah, it happened.
Well, the precedent. I mean, what's the longest one now? 3 hours? That last Avengers was fucking 3 hours long?
Yeah.
Are you shitting me? That's crazy. I felt like the first Avengers was really long. It was like 2 hours and 12 minutes. I was like, God damn, what is this, Superman the movie? That's some long-ass fucking movie shit you're doing. And now I'm like, well, we can watch the short one, the 2 hour and 12 minute one. God bless it. Man, we're about to watch. You know what? We will find you. If you're a Patreon patron, we're going to find you some movies that are like 90 minutes long, 100 minutes long that you are going to love. And they didn't need to be 3 hours long. We already hit you with one. I mean, okay, it's not fair. It was kind of shitty. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 is like 80 minutes long. It's not even an hour and a half. It's not even an hour. Those people knew what they were doing. They're like, okay, kids are going to pay the same amount if it's 80 minutes or 90 minutes. And how much money do we save if it's 10 minutes shorter? Okay. Yeah, we'll just do that then. Can we make it 73? No, not long enough? Okay. All right, 80 minutes it is. They're like, film's expensive. We're making a fucking 2.5 hour Ninja Turtles movie. Are you out of your mind?
Get in, get out.
Jesus Christ. I bet they fucking shot it at the wrong speed just to use less film. Missing frames and shit. It's actually 22 frames a second.
It's cheaper this way.
Oh, God. Stay down. I feel like, you know what I didn't get a feel of with the Morbius trailer? I didn't get a good sense of whether or not I think it's going to be any good. And I'm not trying to be funny. Like, there's some trailers where you're like, oh man, that looks like it's going to be pretty cool. There's some trailers where you're like, I don't know, man. I don't know, Terminator Genesis. I don't think I'm going to go see you. And then there's Morbius. I'm like, I don't know. Could be good. Got a good track record of movies. 2 out of 3 of them are pretty good.
The same thing happened with the trailer also from the studio when the Venom trailer came out. I was like, that was a trailer, but I don't really know what we're going to get quality-wise.
Yeah, and what, you don't even know what kind of movie is it. Is it going to be a horror-y movie? Is it going to be scary?
Mm-hmm.
More superhero-y? Who knows, right? I think at this point, if I can find Venom for free somewhere, which I don't think I'll be able to. It's a Sony movie, right, though? So it's not on Disney Plus. Disney doesn't have the Spider-Man movies. So I don't know if it'll pop up on some streaming service. I'd be willing to sit down and watch it. I'm not going to pay to rent it or anything, though. There's no way.
That's right. You haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. And I am a huge Venom fan. I love Venom. But, like, man, I saw the trailers. I wasn't sure. And you're like, yeah, it's all right. I'm like, I'm not fucking spending money to see this. But I see little clips and shit. And I'm like, that's pretty Venom-y.
Oh, I think it is on Disney Plus.
What?
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Not you, the mouse.
And stars if you have that.
I don't, but I keep seeing a scene on YouTube because I don't pay for YouTube either, so I have ads. And it shows like an entire scene where this guy's robbing a grocery store. And Venom like eats this guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a trailer for the movie. It's just like this little scene is their ad.
Chunk.
So I'm like, I'm gonna watch this whole. I'm like, yeah, I could probably watch that for a whole movie, or like this. I would sit through that movie, is what I'm saying, but not on Disney Plus. Mandalorian's done though, right? There's a free month. Shit, Venom. This would be Mandalorian Venom. God. Damn mouse.
That mouse.
Trying to get me. It drives me crazy. Then this PlayStation Network got me again.
Ooh.
So now I had to pay for that. I was riding free. It was PC. Mr. PC over here. Then I got hooked on this Call of Duty. I got hooked on Friendship again.
Yeah.
Hanging out with friends. Lost a couple along the way, but reunited with some old pals. Fucking Disney Plus. Damn.
Mouse.
The mouse always gets you. So we were so Netflix, right? I was watching Netflix this weekend. Making a Murderer, that was a big thing. Don't Fuck with Cats, that was a big thing.
Don't fuck with the cats.
Don't Fuck with Cats was good. It was creepy.
Yeah.
They got another one. It's in some ways a little creepier than Don't Fuck with Cats. In some ways. It's
called Fuck with These Cats.
It's called Evil Genius. And it's about...
I've seen it.
You've seen it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot all about the pizza bomber thing.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because I shouldn't have, because it's horrifying. But man, by the end of that, you're just like, what is wrong with that entire... It's like Making a Murder where you're like, that entire fucking town is just lunatics.
Yeah.
They're just... You don't go there. Please don't be there. Hey, man, this pizza bomber thing, that's crazy. Don't mind this body in my fridge, though. What the fuck? And they just... Oh, man. You gotta see it. If you've seen, like, Making a Murderer and you like that type of thing, watch Evil Genius. The wife and I were looking for something to watch. We had watched back-to-back Bert Kreischer specials on Friday night. And I like Bert Kreischer. I've seen him on a ton of podcasts, and I think he's pretty funny. I like when he does his weird high-pitched laugh when he's really... That's like his tell that he's really laughing, like he's finds something really funny. But I've never really seen a stand-up, and that hasn't gone well for me lately. And then I was like, Chris, why don't we try this? She loves Bert Kreischer. She laughed nonstop. She laughed so hard that she was like, we watched Evil Genius. That's what I'm getting. She's like, we can't, but we were eating dinner. And she's like, we can't watch comedy though, because I laughed so hard while we were eating that it hurt when we were watching Bert Kreischer. So we got to watch something else. I'm like, let's watch this fucked up. Let's watch this fucked up pizza bomber thing. We watched all 4 episodes. Like,
oh wow,
we binged it. I couldn't stop. I'm like, well, they're just like, and there's a body in my freezer. I'm like, well, I'm watching the next one. I can't.
Oh yeah, they did a great job with the cliffhangers.
Yeah, are you nuts?
Amazing job.
Oh, I wanted to stop at the end of episode 3, but I'm like, there's one more, and I still don't really know what happened yet. Okay, of course I'm watching it. Now, I would say Making a Murderer, like the 80% of that is so good, but the end of it is kind of like, eh. And the end of this, I feel like, is way better of an ending. Like, it's way more like clear cut and like is over, you know? Whereas Making a Murderer, you're like, yeah, and who knows what's happening.
Right.
But this kid ain't watching WrestleMania.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss WrestleMania.
Didn't they do a season 2 of that? Or like try to, or I didn't even bother watching it.
It was just a continuation. Like they followed the kid, the WrestleMania kid.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he tried to get out on appeal, and then they overturned his conviction, but then they de-overturned it or something.
Yeah, they just pick back up. It wasn't great.
They're like, yeah, you probably didn't do it, but you probably shouldn't just be out there walking around either. So
they're like, here's a new piece of evidence that we're gonna stretch real far.
Yeah, like the police in that town, like. I don't want to go anywhere near. I don't want to be within 100-mile radius of wherever that is in Wisconsin. Like if I get to Milwaukee and they're like, "You're pretty close to it," I'm just turning around. That place just freaks me out. They all know each other by like first name, and they're just like, "Yeah, the cops been out to get me my whole life." Like, so I killed this lady and melted her in my junkyard. Fuck is happening right now? Oh god. But I love some Netflix. I'm always digging for those. She's like, what are we gonna watch then? And I'm like, documentaries. And I'm scrolling through and I'm like, that looks interesting. Educational. Ooh, this looks creepy. We're watching Evil Genius.
Good pick.
Yeah, it was. It was a scary ass looking cover too, of like her two faces superimposed on each other or some shit. I'm like, okay, yeah.
She was very scary. She's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
And man, just watching her talk, I'm like, I just had to turn away. Like, she's crazy. She is a villain.
And she's very smart, very manipulative. And I'm like, yeah, right. She's some fucking townie in Pennsylvania. She ain't smart.
She's just blowing these guys. So they're like, no, okay.
But I don't know. She got away with so much for so long. But you gotta be, prison bitches don't fuck around. You can't just be saying shit. I'll fucking kill you, bitch. I'm smarter than you. Like, okay. I'm hood smart. Number 1 white girl. Fuck you. I love that text. It ends. Number 1 white girl. Oh, good stuff. So yeah, check out Evil Genius if you haven't watched it. And Don't Fuck with Cats. Don't Fuck with Cats was good. But it's like, that's another, I don't remember that story in the news either. And that seems like it'd be way bigger news. But I vaguely remember Pizza Bomber. I remember hearing that. Pizza Bomber.
Yeah, that was big. And then they made that movie. The 30 Minutes or Less, that comedy movie.
Was it about
loosely
that?
Based around it. Very, loosely.
Okay.
The delivery guy gets a bomb strapped onto him. Now he's got to do this thing or it's going to explode. Like
that's straight out of real life.
So, but it was a comedy.
That was some fucked up shit, man. So this doesn't spoil the whole thing, right? I'm just going to tell you this little tidbit. They had all these clues. Like he had to get to all these different clues and find all these clues to get the bomb off of him. And then they like trace the steps. Like there's absolutely no way he'd ever get this bomb off of him. He was going to die no matter what. They're like, yeah, we timed it. It would take like 2 hours to do all this, and the bomb went off in 20 minutes or whatever. Like, man, that poor motherfucker. I felt so bad for that guy.
And that's one where even though it's grainy, they show that.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Because in Don't Fuck with Cats, they don't even show them killing the cats.
Which is good.
And I'm
but
like,
it works here, though.
I'm like, I think I remember this guy dying, but they're not going to boom. I'm like, okay, yep, that's him dying. It's very scary.
All right, let's plug it up.
End
Get
it
out.
on
You're
a-
plugging all these Netflix shows
for free. Yeah, you're welcome, Netflix. I have a show this Friday, Hailstorm Brewery. Friday, January 17th, we're at Hailstorm Brewery in Tinley Park, Illinois, 6:30 to 9:30. Come see Dad Bod. We got a new song that you've never heard us play.
Ooh.
We always give you a little sprinkling. Give you a little sprinkling and some new shit. Come see us. Hailstorm Brewery, Tinley Park. 6:30 to 9:30. Friday, January 17th.
Follow me on Instagram at Dale Zawada. That's going to do it for episode 106. Thanks for listening. I'm an active volcano.
And I am not flying anywhere near you.
Just wear a mask.
Just wear a mask.